Hello, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. This episode will be doing this month's mission, but before I go to that, I just wanted to show something, the journal. So as you can see, I have way too much renown because New Game Plus trivializes everything. And one of the things you can do with that is buy supports. And this was actually what I was planning to dump most of my renown into, because buying supports doesn't feel like it trivializes things as much as a lot of the other options do. But it turns out that you can only buy supports that you've already gotten in previous playthroughs, which actually makes a lot of sense. But it means that it's a lot less relevant. But I did buy a couple. I bought Byleth and Linhardt and Byleth and Ferdinand's B support. Oh, the other thing is you can only buy supports with Byleth. So that kind of limits your options too. Anyway, I got these two, and part of the reason I did that is because they each have paralogs that you can do after the time skip. I also looked into that a little bit. And yeah, so they each have paralogs you can do after the time skip but only if you have them and another person not from the Black Eagle's house, which I didn't have in my previous playthrough, so I want to do those paralogs, so I want to recruit them. So I went ahead and got their B supports. And then I think those are the only ones that I did. There's also one with Mercedes, but I already have her B support. I think that's it in terms of units that I can recruit during this playthrough. So the rest of them I may still do at some point, like before the time skip, but we'll see. So now I am gonna going to go ahead and try to recruit Ferdinand and Linhardt just in case. They should try to recruit themselves to me at some point, but in case they don't.
Oh, Professor. Here to recruit me, I presume? Well, the eldest son of House Ire will not be so easily swayed.
Isn't interested yet. Alright, so maybe the support level and this part of it are like independent of each other, so that doesn't affect their like perceived interest rating. I hadn't really checked on that before.
Your class seems pretty relaxed. My professor is so strict. So is the house leader. What do you say? I believe I'd enjoy being a member of your class. Wonderful. I look forward to watching you close up. That is to say, observing your teaching style. By the way, I'll need some time for naps. 2 hours of class time should be sufficient.
Yeah, I guess Claude is probably more relaxed than Edelgard at least. Alright, so on to the mission.
Teach. Solon and his lackeys. Their whereabouts have been discovered. Apparently they're lurking in the sealed forest, not too far from the monastery. Rhea has called back all of the knights who were out searching to round them up. Seems like it could take some time for them to make it back here, but she didn't ask for our help.
Okay, so I did actually look into this a little bit, because I had mentioned thinking that Edelgard and Hubert had been the ones that knew where Solon and Kranya were, and it turns out they do. I wasn't misremembering that, or well, I may have said other things were possible, and so I was only sort of misremembering. In any case, it sounds like in this case it's Rhea and the knights that found them, and they're just waiting for more knights to show up.
Perhaps to prevent you running headfirst toward revenge? It's only natural that you would leap at the chance for it. Anyone would.
No, I will not allow it.
Wait,
This
okay.
discovery comes just when the knights are at their busiest. It is all too likely that our foes revealed themselves to lure you out there.
That was a really awkward transition. This line I specifically found. She says the same thing, but in the Black Eagles route, what happens is like Edelgard and Hubert are like, yeah, like, go, let's go. And Violet's like, yeah, let's go. And then Rhea comes in and says, no, I will not allow it. But nobody says, all Claude says here is, oh, well, you might want to do this thing. Violet doesn't even respond, and then Rhea's like, no, I will not allow it. Like, I don't know, that comes across much less naturally to me. I guess that's the problem with trying to write multiple routes while not having too many lines that you need to get voice acting for.
They are the ones who took Geralt from you. I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly. I ask that you leave this to us. Losing you so soon after losing Geralt would be unbearable.
Listen, Rhea, Lady Rhea, this move is the most strategic. The military strategy I'm devising will soon echo across Fodlan's history. I'm sure of it. Just think about it. Most of the knights are still far away, and we can't afford to have Sedith and friends abandon the monastery. So the only person who can take action now also happens to be our best commander. It's Teach, and wherever Teach leads, we'll follow. And since you've taught us that this sort of thing is always a possibility, we're already prepared for battle. We can buy the knights more time. Not for revenge, but for a defensive attack on behalf of the monastery.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy? Understood. I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest. You have the protection of the goddess on your side. Whatever happens, you shall overcome.
We have our orders, Teach. Now all that's left is to pull out a miracle.
I don't know if it's just because Claude's argument seemed less convincing, but Rhea seems like, I don't know, really... I just don't know why she agrees to that so easily. Claude's argument seemed weak to me. Alright, so let's take a look at our new friend Linhardt. I'm not gonna really use him, and not just because I think he's, or I shouldn't say not just because, not at all because I think he is or isn't qualified to be on my team, just because I want to just play through with my starting units. But I think it's just interesting to see how the game levels these characters up. So he's not too far behind in levels. He's 19. We're like, our lowest level person is 20 at Marianne. So for being a healer, he's not really that much behind. His skill levels are definitely behind. He's only got B Faith, C+ Reason, and absolutely nothing in anything else. Perhaps most notably including Authority, which is like really weird. It would be impossible to get to this point in the game with 0 points gained in Authority. He also doesn't have any of his mastery skills. So, you know, that's pretty lame. He still has Physic, and Restore is actually pretty good, as I recall, too. Yeah, like, Restore is like a mass restore, so he's still good for, like, as a healer, but like I said, I'm using him anyway. I mean, I might make him an adjutant or something. Alright, let's go.
The sealed forest is up ahead. Visibility is awful there, so everyone needs to be extra cautious.
Oh, is this a fog
You
chapter?
know a lot about it. It is just a forest, isn't it?
Have you been there too? Oh, never mind. Listen, just like I told the Archbishop, this is not a war of vengeance. It's a riddle, so to speak. Those guys are undoubtedly planning something terrible. We need some kind of clue as to what. The attack on the Holy Mausoleum, Flayn's kidnapping, that foul business in Remire, the demonic beasts at the chapel. It can't go on. We need to figure out their objective and stop them from achieving it. That's our mission.
So we have our mission now. We had better not fail.
It is a difficult task, but we will succeed. It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
An enemy whose objective you don't understand is a frightening prospect.
We're gonna destroy him. It's our mission!
I will have my revenge, whatever it takes. On that, I will never budge. Leonie, you will have what you seek.
I'll admit, vengeance sounds pretty nice, but don't forget that we're here for information. Luckily, we can easily find what we're looking for while getting revenge for Geralt. Right, Teach?
Sure, why not? Alright, so first of all, yeah, okay, Linhardt necessarily must be an adjutant. Let's see if he's got any supports with anyone. Other than Byleth, of course. Lysithea, Marianne, and Flayn. Alright. I kind of remember his supports with Lysithea, but I'm sure I didn't get far with him with Flayn, so let's have him pair up with Flayn. Not that I really need her to have a healing adjutant, but I probably don't need anyone to, so whatever. A hammer? Huh. Don't have one of those. Here's our good friend Monica. Gee, he certainly is fast. Can't deny that. Oh right, there's a chest over here. And a magic staff. Okay, that just increases magical attack? Not actually that relevant. I don't know who I would even equip that on. Maybe Flame, I guess. Or... yeah. So we can definitely do a big stride. We can get all but one person if we stride for Byleth. Or Lorenz. Or there's spots, to be more precise. I wonder if we can actually get Ignatz all the way to the treasure chest on turn 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we push him once, we can. Alternatively, dance for him. Is that the only chest on the map? Yes. Yeah, okay. So I think that would be a nice thing to do. It would require either using Flayn or using some other character to assist him, I guess is what I should say. But yeah, I think we want to be striding for Byleth's spot and then putting... I think what I'm going to do is dance for Ignatz. So he can be... Actually, do we need to stride for him if we don't? If we dance for him? So Flayn can get plenty far if just do like that. 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, we can just run him straight across 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's actually the way to go. And so Flayn doesn't really need to be towards the front, so we can put her like all the way over here. Probably want to put our mounted people towards the front. And then the question is, how many people do I want to send up this way versus across? Should make sure actually that I don't put Flayn too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's fine. Lorenz has got the big boom battalion. This is Leonie. There's only 2 monsters we need to deal with right off the bat. It's his battalion, or just assembly. Okay. So I'm thinking... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Raging Flames. And then we have Leonie hit this guy with Blaze. And that will do most of the barrier damage that we need to do. So right off the bat. So I'll do that. That. I think we want to send the mobile units to the left. Because they're gonna have farther to go. Send the slower people to the right. Alright, I think this is a pretty good setup. The thing I'm wondering is... Can I get away with... no, there's no way for me to move Ignatz to another spot and still have him get the chest on turn 1, so... Yep.
How kind of them to welcome us with some demonic beasts. They're not playing around.
Yep, those sure are demonic beasts. Well spotted.
Hello, you're here. Welcome to the Forest of Death. My name is Kranya. This weakling girl was just a borrowed look for me. This is what I really look like. Now, you vermin, I'll take down every last one of you.
Sure you will. So scared.
Who, me?
Thank you.
Did the trick. Let us away.
Let's do the Blaze first, I guess.
Let's get to it.
So if we go here... Lots of people can attack Leonie, which is actually fine. I can't see this guy's battalion. 2, 3, 5. For what his class is, for that matter. Probably just archer as opposed to sniper. Yeah, so they can reach her, but they can't. Although she can't counterattack. So you know what? Let's have her one space further back than that. Alright, so we might as well have Ignatz shoot one of these spots.
Ready anytime.
That is a pretty solid battalion you got there, Ignatz. Should I go all the way up here with Blaine? I mean, if I break this guy's barrier, he won't be able to move. It's your battalion, group lance, and yours is reversal. I forget what reversal does. Swap spaces. Okay, so we could pull the guy towards us. That doesn't really do a whole lot.
Ready and willing.
And I'm thinking about whether I can like have Claude pop this guy this turn, or Hilda, I guess. If I use reversal. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh, he gets all of his movement. That's actually kind of broken. I mean, in general, not so much in this particular situation. But yeah, that's really good. Alright, I guess I'll just send Flame as far as I can.
Thank you.
A bit disappointing.
Yeah, well, good thing your stats don't matter. Oh, speed ring. Well, that's better than... I mean, he's not really not the one who needs it, like, at all. I guess I'll send it to the convoy. Maybe Byleth can get it to someone. I don't know who might need it. And Raphael. Oh, she's holding a heavy spell. That's why her AS is so low. But still, that is... Well, of course, she's got the thirsty staff, though. We can't just not using that, so... Yeah, never mind. His AS is only 14, but he's got the Caduceus staff. 21. 10 with an Iron Axe. Oh, I do have the Hexlock shield on him, which I do like having. 14. Yeah. I don't know. 22 for her. 27 for Claude. Whoa. Didn't remember that he'd gotten that fast. 18 for Hilda, but she is wielding a heavy weapon, so it's better than that. Blaine, for whatever it's worth, has 12 AS, which is certainly nothing special. He's using the Knowledge Gem, which he doesn't really need at this point. And he's got 31. Okay, well... Byleth wouldn't mind it, I guess, but probably doesn't really need it. Certainly not on this map. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, cool. Raphael can get around the monster. Going to do this. What are you doing, Lorenz? No, no, we can't be having with that. That is unacceptable behavior. I got this. So I want to break this guy's barrier. After Lorenz goes, there will be these three spots. Raphael can hit 2 of them. Byleth could hit 2 of them. So we could use like Scythia. That's hitting all of the spots, yeah. I mean, I guess that's... She's only got a 70% chance to hit. What was his chance? 80. Like, you can't do that. Well, the point is, we could use a combination of both to just blow down his barrier between the 2 of them, which would give me the option to move Raphael up and move Byleth up, and thus be able to put more... like link support on the Gambit. So that's what I'm thinking about here. So if I go like short axe there,
Stay focused.
And just use the Sword of the Creator. And then Raphael would... I guess the other... how important is it to take out any of these guys? I mean, probably not very. Probably not very. But why don't I do... This feels like a bit of a waste to use group flames. Like, I'm pretty sure there are reinforcements that come in after you take down Kronia, like that are specifically that are monsters. That's the only reason I'm a little hesitant to use the two of those things. If I, because I could, what I could do is use Byleth's assault troop, and then, or, well, I think Raphael has terrible. Oh no, it's just as good. Wait, why is this guy? Why has everybody got the same hit rate? Like Raphael has way less charm than Byleth does. Like that doesn't make sense, right? Hit rate 50. Huh. Yeah, I don't get that at all. Yeah, screw it. Let's just use Lace at the end. Lorenz. So let's do this. Whap. Whap. What are you using? Just fire? Alright. That works. Now we got a hit rate. Alright, can we still get all three of those spots if we gambit from here so that she's a little farther forward? Yeah. Looks like that's what's going on. I hate the way these little triangles aren't like right up on the ground, so it's hard to tell what squares they're actually hitting. But
May I help?
one Umbral Steel. Lame.
If this takes too long, I might be forced to escape. Oh, or do you simply intend to let me go? How accommodating of you. As for me, I intend to kill you all.
Yeah. Get over yourself.
Too easy.
Yeah, see, Raphael's too slow. He got whoa! Whoa! What a level! Alright. Oh, good job, Raphael. Alright, this seems like a job for Lysithea. Maybe use the Seraphim. Oh, 1 damage short. Dang. Dang. I think Friends is gonna have, well, he can double, so that's an option. I mean, Lysithea could probably finish him with like Miasma or something. Yeah. Alright. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. Rest of Noah. That must be one of the best items I gave her.
I have to try harder.
Just like that.
Right, like these aren't Crests of Noah. Occasionally conserving uses of attack magic. Oh yeah. I like that never activates. Because it's the only time I remember it activating. Alright, so I guess let's just Burninite that guy. Don't really need that. Does Carnia move? Yes, she does. I don't really want to lure her out with Raphael, or do I? Well, she will double him. She won't do much damage to him, I assume. Haha, yeah. Not so much with the damage. He does have a battalion. I don't know if his battalion might... Something I've never really actually given any thought to is how battalion damage is calculated. I would assume it's might plus strength or might plus magic as appropriate, in which case it still won't do much of anything to him. So maybe it is a good idea to lure her out, because like she won't do anything to Raphael, and then on next turn I can just take her down. Seems reasonable. Alright. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have to hit this guy multiple times, which is a little annoying. Not too big of a deal, though.
Ready
I
anytime.
think I want Ignatz moving up this way, so... Whoa! Should get the young Link dodge sound from melee. Whoa! I guess we could use Flame to do some damage to this guy rather than having her dance for someone to do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, Claude, can you just
Ready and willing.
kill this guy straight up? With the training axe, yes. With the training bow, not quite. So, fine, training axe.
Piece of cake.
Is she gonna... Yeah, she's gonna onslaught him. 0 damage. Huh. Oh, I didn't check the might of Fame. Well... Oh... Sword Fair. Right, so she effectively has 11 might with a sword, so lower might with her gambit. Yep, okay. Makes sense.
Who, me?
So she can get that
Let's
kill
get to it.
easily enough. Leonie... I can do it with the silver bow. Yeah, okay, whatever. How far is Solon moving here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. No blocking.
Who, me?
I guess we'll heal Raphael.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, how cute! You're trying so hard. But now it's time to die.
I feel like I could say the same to you, Kranya. You didn't even hit with your gambit. Loser. I guess That square is not passable. Okay. So we can't double her. Unless we use a Brave Sword. But she doesn't have 2 range, so we can just zap her. She's the only enemy left on the map, right? Yeah. Easy. Well, okay, that's not the best hit rate. How about... You know, I feel like I should get Leone involved in this, but I don't know how I would do that. I could shove her a couple times, but... Actually, she only needs to move 3 spaces forward. So if I... move her to here... Sure, shove Claude. Dance. Oh, wait, I didn't think about... I guess I'm gonna have to use 2 shoves. That's fine. Alright, here we... Oh, I didn't even need to get her that far. But I guess... Oh, right. I got her to the extra space because of the shove direction. Well, that's not a great hit rate either, but it doesn't matter.
Monica, you'll pay for what you've done. I told you, I am not Monica. I am Kranya. Do not call me by that fake name. I don't care what you're called. I don't care if it takes my last breath. I'll kill you. Please, my powers are beyond your comprehension. You're just a filthy worm.
Alright. I think that's probably sufficient for Byleth to get the kill here. 88 with that. 88 with the Sword of the Creator, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and take a pot shot with Lorenz so we can have another link. Oh wow, never mind. Holy, he can't take pot shots. Well, I guess we can get him into range though. There we go.
You're a fool to be so brazen. You'll never avenge your father at this rate.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'll have to kill you too, with my own hands.
Bonk.
But how? How could I really lose to a lowly creature like you?
Well,
Solon, don't just stand there and stare. I need your help.
yes, you most certainly do.
Huh?
Have no fear, Kranya. Your sacrifice will help to rid this world of the filthy vermin that have long infested it.
Man, this cutscene is not the greatest.
The time is finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
So given that everything else seems to be centered around Crest in this game... Oh yeah, there we go.
Please.
I wonder if that's what he ripped out of her. Like she had some kind of crest inside of her. Crest stone, that is. Hard to see it, but he definitely like ripped something out of her. I mean, I guess it could just be like her physical heart, but I don't think she could have even cried out for help if that had happened.
Fellstar.
What was that? Where did you go, Professor?
They were swallowed by the mystical darkness of the forbidden spell. An eternity wandering in a void of nothingness, never to return to this world. To think, we almost had the sword of the Creator.
I don't believe anything you say. Our professor is still alive. That's right. Our professor is no ordinary human.
I refuse to believe that Teach would die in a place like this.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death.
Okay, I have to mention, just like on his outfit, it's a little harder to see now that it's not zoomed in on him, but he's got like little like USB symbols. Maybe they'll zoom in again.
With no chance of escape.
On his shoulders.
Overwhelmed with hopelessness. It must be torturous.
That and the Tron gloves, of
all
course.
I hear is good news. Teach is still alive. And if that's true, then there's only one thing to do. Defeat you while we wait for Teach's triumphant return.
Prepare yourself. We will avenge our leader here and now.
How trite. But if you wish for pain, I shall oblige. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
Okay, right there at the end, you could catch the USB symbol on his shoulder.
You fool!
Or maybe it's not USB. It's just some kind of like circuit symbol. I'm trying to remember what it is exactly.
Are you just a boulder that rolls down whatever hill it's on? No, even a boulder has more sense.
Gotta get them hearts, I guess. So we'll say we're sorry. Oh, it didn't even give hearts.
Make things right. This darkness is terrifying. As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. But please consider this. This realm of darkness we are in is separate from the world from which you came. I mean that it would take a god to leave this place. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. Do you recall your father's diary? He said you were a child who never cried nor laughed. I think I am the one to blame.
The Crests are to
I
blame.
must have been asleep, but even then, I feel I was a part of you. I do not know how Rhea managed it, but she allowed me to exist inside of you. The truth is, I have always been with you. It is within you that I found my power yet again. The power of a goddess. The power of the progenitor god. My name is Sothis. By now, you must be well aware of what that means. I am the one who watches over Fodlan and the creatures dwelling there. I am Sothis. She who died and then returned.
Somehow, I know it to be true.
There is but one thing left to do to save us from this darkness of eternity. I must now use the power of a god. However, I lack a body of my own. And so I must relinquish all the power that I have to you. The time has come for you and I to join as one. And when that comes to pass, then I shall disappear. When I say disappear, I do not mean that all I am will be no more. My soul will join with yours, and you and I will never be apart. But I will no longer have the chance to speak with you. I shall miss it. So long have I been on this path with you. Through you, I got to see and hear this world. I even got to chastise you from time to time.
Yeah, from time to time.
I may not have acted like a goddess, but it was certainly fun. For all that you have done, thank you. I'm glad that it was you to whom my fate was bound. Now, we must pray. For if we share this wish, our spirits too will join as one. Your wish is to return to the forest, stop the enemy, and rescue the little ones. No need for words. I know your heart as though it were my own. Your will and mine are now as one. Both sides of time are revealed to you, and you alone. You know I am the beginning. What shall you do?
So does the Sword of the Creator have a crest stone in the hilt now, or did they just zoom in on that for no particular reason?
So the Fellstar consumes even the darkness itself.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Teach, right? I always believed in you. I knew you could cut your way out of anything. Let's go ahead and take down Solon, and then we can reflect on what happened.
What did you see in the darkness of Zaharas? This would be impossible. The only being that can withstand that darkness is... Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
Yep, more monsters. And we get the better Sword of the Creator. I think it's actually lighter in addition to having more might and possibly a higher hit rate. Yeah, so... something else I wanted to say about all of this. Oh, I guess it's just that maybe I said this during my Black Eagles playthrough too, but the way that scene ends reminds me of the knife from the Golden Compass series. I think it's like Her Majesty's Dark Materials or something like that is the name of the series. Anyway, they have like the subtle knife that can basically cut through like worlds or dimensions or some crazy nonsense. But in any case, I think I'm going to just stop here. This has already been a pretty long episode, and this seems like a fantastic stopping point. So next time, we will finish this battle, take down Solon, and until then, I'll see you later.